Oh, hi there. I'm Jeanette, and I did take a little bit of a break from YouTube. Currently, I've been really enjoying watching everyone's Costube year in review videos. I know Liz from Lizscapism has a playlist, and I'll actually go ahead and link it below. But I figured that why not make one. I'm gonna go over in this video the things that I made in 2020 and then the projects that I'm looking forward to this year on this channel. So last year was the year that in the beginning I thought that my mom and I were gonna go to Paris and we're gonna attend the Fête Gallant Ball at the Palace of Versailles, and unfortunately that didn't happen, but I did finish her Robe à la Française, and I'll just put it there. I finished it in February, and then I went ahead and started working on my Robe à la Française, and then in March it became very clear that the event was probably not going to happen, so I went ahead and put that project on the back burner. Then I decided that since I know how to sew, I figured I'd make non-medical cloth masks. So I actually started a GoFundMe to raise funds for the materials that I needed to make the masks, and I ended up making 506 masks, and I went ahead and distributed those to people in the Pacific Northwest. And actually that's the very first video on this channel. I'm very proud of that project. Then it was July of last year that I finally started costuming. So I put out an intro video, and then my very first costuming video, I would say, is the American Duchess cape video. That's the very first time that I've ever experimented with filming by myself, and I love how that video turned out. That video is shot in downtown Vancouver, Washington at the House of Providence building. I love the cape. I made that out of a wool tweed. It's just, I really want to make more of those, but time depending, I don't know if I'll get to it this year. And it was really when I realized that, like, I know I've always liked playing around with film and editing, but it was really when I realized that, like, yeah, I want to go ahead and film myself in costumes in beautiful places. So anyway, that kind of set in motion me continuing doing costume. The next video that I did after that was a video on my Robe à la Française that was intended for the Fête Gallant Ball. I'll be honest, whenever I work on that project, I get a little sad. So that's the reason being there's no completed video. I haven't completed that Française yet. I do intend on doing that at one point. It's just not going to happen yet. And so for that video, I was able to show the process of making the sleeve flounces for that gown. And I thought that video turned out really cute. After realizing that I didn't want to continue working on my Robe à la Française, I put that down again and went ahead and made a early Regency open robe. This is one I was thinking that perhaps there's a very small chance that the Oregon Regency Society might hold its annual Regency picnic in the end of July. I was holding out hope that maybe we might do a like safe, socially distant Regency picnic, but that didn't happen. That got canceled. But anyway, I was able to have a really cute open robe that I wanted. I made it out of a beautiful Indian block print fabric. I love that project, and not only do I love the garment itself, but the video that I made for the completed robe is one of my favorites. I took about a week of practice to go ahead and shoot that film. I had this mindset that I really want to go ahead and practice wide shots. So I went out to the Peninsula Rose Garden in Portland, Oregon, and it was the perfect site to go ahead and practice filming. So basically I would wake up really early in the morning before sunrise and get out there and set up my camera and my costume, practice walking around and filming myself in front of the camera. I think I got some really amazing photos and I end up sharing them a lot on Instagram because I'm so happy with how they turned out. I also made a thrift haul video. I happened to go to the thrift store and find an amazing stash of full suiting at an incredible price, and I also found some jewelry there too, and I figured why not just try and make a thrift haul video and see how it goes. I really think for 2020 my whole mindset was just sort of having fun and experimenting. I didn't have like a set plan of like when all the videos would come out to see really what style of videos I want to go ahead and produce for 2021. So yeah, I tried out a thrift haul video. It was okay. I don't know if I'll make any more of those in the future. And then the next focus was historical Halloween 2020. That was a lot of fun. I was not familiar with Weldon's fancy dress costumes. Like I didn't realize there was a whole catalog, and even though there was some problematic imagery in the catalogs, I was able to find the good in it, and I had an amazing time making my Starlight Fairy costume. I feel like for those videos I did a lot of talking in front of the camera, and that was actually one of my goals for starting Costube, was just to really get out of my comfort zone a little bit and talk in front of the camera. I'm still not incredibly comfortable talking in front of the camera yet. It's just not my jam, and that's okay. I really like doing voiceover work for my videos. I've only been doing Costube for about 5 months now, and I do really enjoy it. I feel that I have learned a little bit in terms of where I want to go for this year. I know for the video that I made on the early Regency open robe on that simplicity pattern 8941, even though it was not intended at all to be a tutorial video, I got a lot of really good feedback from people that said it helped them make their Regency robe, and I love that. And I really want my videos this year to have more information to help people make their own garments. So the way that I planned my videos is that the costumes that I make, they all will be made from patterns that are easy to go ahead and purchase online. For 2021, my projects. The first part of this year, I will be focusing on Regency. Because I really rushed my Regency project in 2019 for the picnic, I don't have a complete Regency wardrobe, so I don't have Regency stays. I actually just bought a Regency style shift from Etsy, and I really want like a chemisette and a dress. I'll be starting with the first part of the year getting that wardrobe started. I have 3 major projects planned out for this year. I only have 3 on the list because I really wanted to give myself some wiggle room in terms of feeling like if I can add another project or 2 on top of that. Then for the major projects, first one is a late Victorian 1890s walking suit. I'm really looking forward to this costume because it's very much my design aesthetic. Next, number 2 is a soldadera costume. It's a combination of my love of my Mexican heritage and interest in the women that fought and assisted in the Mexican Revolution. And then my third is a late 19 teens, so about like 1919. That's what I have for the 3 major costumes. I feel like there's gonna be maybe an additional major costume in there, but I'm considering them major costumes because I have to work them from the ground up. And what I mean by that is that I do not have any of the undergarments for those costumes. So I need to make a corset, chemise, drawers, corset cover, all those things, and then make the outerwear for the costumes. There might be a safe, socially distant event this year. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. That's okay. At least I will be set up this year to make garments for the Victorian and Edwardian eras next year, because hopefully we'll be a little bit more normal by that time. And in the Pacific Northwest, there are a lot of fantastic events that are Victorian and Edwardian focused. So I just really want to be ready for those events, so I could just, instead of having to start with the building blocks of the costume, I can just go straight into making the outerwear for them. My goal is to be posting a costuming related video every other week this year. So I know I'm going to be definitely working on Regency, Victorian, late Victorian, Edwardian, and there might be a sprinkling of 18th century in this year. I really wanted to thank everyone that was so kind with their comments and subscribing and liking and all that sort of stuff last year. Thank you so much, because I can't stress enough how lovely it is to get feedback on videos. I just really enjoy hearing from you. It's fantastic. It makes it this whole process of costuming a lot less one-sided. So I feel like people are listening and engaging back and forth. So anyway, thank you so much for that. That's so helpful. And I appreciate it immensely. And then the very, very last thing I want to say is I will start posting videos again in February, and I will see you in a couple weeks. All right, take care. Bye.